people like Jordan's major marketing was like his hops, like that. Your airness.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's going so crazy. Like everybody got hops.
Right.
Like everybody
jumped on everybody. Like
everybody be jumping out the gym.
Everybody be jumping. Everybody got handles. Trae Young be shooting from the
So that's why it's like so now.
About them saying, I'm gonna how much you finished, Trey?
No, that's really it. That's why it's like now.
People saying Jordan will average 40 in this era.
No, can I speak, please? Can I speak, please?
Yeah, I'll piggyback off Jay. I feel like.
Okay, so first off, as to what Cut just said about growing up in this era, I like that we grew up in this era as well because I feel like us being born like mid to late 90s, we're able to see the game transition because I think we have a different NBA now than what they played in back in the late 80s and mid 90s. Now, in terms of what you just said, Brew, about people saying Jordan would score 40, average 40, I'm not going to lie to you. I think the same thing. And here's why. Because we have players out here like James Harden. If Jordan can capitalize off of getting fouled like James Harden, then I believe he can average 40 in the game.
Over with. And on top
I think he can average 40 in the game.
And on top of that, just like when they said they asked Jordan something like that in his documentary, and his thing was, he was like, I mean, like if I went one-on-one with Kobe, like he would definitely beat me in a game or two because I mean he stole all my moves. Like he stole my moves. So
yeah, he said
Jordan
that.
was so skilled, like just like literally just like what Jared said. But they'll be hacking Jordan so much, and he'll just.
But if you watch this documentary, you see how much that Jordan drove the ball as well.
Yeah, how much
because of that, you see how much he drove the ball.
Yeah,
like drove to the hoop. And he's gonna get hit, man. It's inevitable, you know. So I think that he could average 40 or upper 30, just like Harden.
The only difference if Jordan was in this era, it wouldn't be as much like riding because everybody else there's more marquee athletes.
Let Derek go.
I really want to address this. He's not averaging 40 in this era. Want to know why? Because he's not.
The only reason, 40
about 5'9" white men no more. It's not going to be. It's going to be way more comp. And
I don't agree with that.
The only person that could literally guard him back then was on his team. Scottie Pippen was the only person that could guard him.
Hold on.
The only person that could guard him back then.
I agree we have better.
Wait, Jared, pause.
And then on top of that, when they played Cleveland from the shot, I love the shot, but the man literally said, "No, so happy clamped up." Coach said, "Put the other man on him."
Bro, JB, come on, man.
In this era, because people say they hand check and all this, and the fouls, it was so physical, blah blah blah. That wasn't defense, though.
Yeah, it's foul.
That wasn't defense. They were slapping them.
Handshake is a part of defense. I don't see nothing wrong with handshake.
You're right, Trey. It's a foul.
You can't handshake. People still do it. Right? People
You're
still
caught up in times, Jared. You're caught up in today.
People do technically handshake.
Yes, today.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is what somebody said this to me, and I was like, "Damn, you right." Imagine KD playing against them people with his shot.
Murder.
Bruh, that's just
shooting it right over him.
If you're imagining KD, you're just imagining a black, more athletic, like way more athletic Larry Bird. That Boston team that Jordan went. Boston team that Jordan went nuts on to beat them.
Right, but I'm saying,
all 6'9", 6'10".
Hello, guys.
It wasn't as a full of like. If you look at the rosters now, you can go through every team. You're gonna see somebody that's athletic or super good enough to be.
Yes,
like,
that's what I'm.
Okay, hear me out.
Wait. Hold on, no, wait, Jared. Derek, you're literally proving.
I'll let y'all talk. Outside of the Celtics and the Pistons, and the Lakers and the Jazz, and the Sonics when they had their little run, and the Rockets when they had their little run, and the Blazers when they had their little run. White teams were really that good. I said Rockets meaning Hakeem and them. And then the Magic came on the scene with Shaq and Penny.
Wait, start over because I got to put you on a counter for the number of teams you named because it's not.
I'm naming teams with the same players because they was moving around.
Yeah, but he
named every team that went to the championship in the 90s. That's what he named.
Okay, but I'm saying how many teams was that? Because on the East, it was only about 2 or 3. It's only 2 or 3 on the East. So how many on the West?
Jalen wants to say something. Hold on. Shoot. With JB.
So, first and foremost, good evening, gentlemen. Secondly, Jordan would not average 40 for two reasons.
Didn't even average 40.
Number one, his game was very simple and it's easy. It's easy for a player not to be as effective in that type of role. Just only mid-range and going to the basket, you would need to expand your range, which I don't think Jordan would. I don't think Jordan would be able to.
This goes back to what Cut was saying earlier.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish my point.
I would like to be next.
So, with that being said, and also Jordan has to guard. Jordan has to guard the Russells, the Clays, the Stephs.
He didn't strap up.
NBA.
He has to expound more energy on defense than he did in the 90s, because really no one was really giving him issues like that. Right. It was more scoring. It's more scoring now versus than what it was in the 90s. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to disrespect the greats that came before the players now, but in terms of scoring today, he would have had a way harder time guarding him, and it would have took more energy.
Okay, now is it my turn?
Shoot.
Only reason I disagree with him having a way harder time to score is because of the free throw line. Like, just like there's nights James Harden takes 13 shots. This man has taken 13 shots, but he got 37. I look at his free throw. He went 18 for 19, 19 for 21. That's the only – everything else you said is correct except that part and the part where you're like, he would have to expend more energy on defense. If we're going to bring Jordan from the 90s to today, I would like to bring Scotty.
He's strapped up.
They gonna bring
Scotty is clamping.
With him. No.
Pause. Like y'all.
Scotty clamping who?
Let me. Whoa. No. I didn't. If I said clamping, no. Don't say Scotty's over here about to put LeBron in jail. Jordan not guarding LeBron unless Jordan look at Scotty like, I want bruh. Scotty will be guarding him. Dennis Rodman will be guarding LeBron. Like,
for height reasons.
Jordan ain't expending that energy on defense because you forgot he had 2 dogs.
I mean, Jordan got
so that's what I'm saying. Like you got to do the whole story. Jordan.
I see what you're saying, Trey.
I think Jordan would drop 40 in this age because LeBron is extremely skilled. 6'8". What was his highest? 35, 34 a game, and that's like.
And LeBron is trying to go like that too, though. That's he's more passive.
Okay, here's what
I'm just saying. I don't know about the 40
either.
But being a scoring champion, Jordan could be a scoring champion in today's game. Easy.
Yeah, if you take 40 shots a game, that's cool.
Oh my God!
But then your team's gonna lose every game.
Oh, now Jordan ain't losing.
But he was losing.
Bro, exactly. He was not winning until he got Scotty and Phil. Really, Phil.
Done it by themselves.
I'm just so glad maybe has got a documentary because people gave LeBron so much flack for going to Miami. When I watched it, he got backed up too.
I never gave nobody the best analogy is this. If you pull up to the park with you by yourself or you just with one of your partners and you see these 2 or 3 dudes on the court, they just ran through 10 people and they pick you and your partner up, you're crazy. If you just say, I just want to play with him and some scrub. What?
No, I'm talking about, but I'm saying nonetheless, because they drafted Scotty. So people talk about they drafted Scotty and Jordan.
Which is true. That's true.
But people, they still were a stacked team. The Warriors drafted Clay and Steph. It just be like that, but nobody does it by themselves. They made it seem like what LeBron was trying to do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
that's so bad. Plus, let's not forget that David Griffin was a good GM, but the Cleveland Cavalier owner is a dickhead, so he didn't even give him a chance to get nobody else with him.
See, that's the thing. And that's what I was just about to say. You're forgetting how like everything happened. No one is disputing the fact like. No one was mad at KD leaving. It was how he left.
No,
Same thing.
Where he went.
No, I'm saying it was how he left and where he went. But, bruh, it is really how
you a grown man. He can make that.
It's 100% where he went.
It is 100%. Okay, how about this? It is 100%. Oh, you was up 3-1 to 3-2, whatever you was up the year before. Oh, and they went 73-9. You're forgetting. That's very important. Because
that's
if that was
where he went.
That's why it's where he went.
Oh, let me finish.
Thank you, Trey.
If KD would have went to the Warriors team pre 73-9, pre when they were up on the Warriors when OKC.
It still would have been like you went to the last champion. That's whack.
Exactly. They just would have been like, oh, KD had to go to the champs. It wouldn't have been no.
So it's still where he went.
It would have been on the.
KD was considered top 5 in the NBA.
It was 100% all about where he went. Like say the Warriors would have went to the finals.
Because when you say 100%, it's like you're not putting into account that the Warriors just went 73-9 without him, and they just.
That's why it's where he went.
But that's why I'm trying to make y'all understand. If KD would have went to them before, because what did they win 2 without KD?
They won 1.
No,
they won 1.
If he would have went the year before the ring, it would not. It would have. People would have reacted, in my opinion.
The year before,
they would have reacted how they reacted when LeBron.
I'm trying to tell you the timeline. It was they won. Then they went and they lost. Then he went and they won. That's the issue. And then they won.
He went when they lost. He went when they lost, but they were 73-9.
That's what I'm saying. If you went before they ever won, yes, it would have been a difference because they weren't there yet.
He would have went to any other team except for the Cavs and the Warriors, and people would never complain.
Well, but first off, and then the other main important, why would you go to a team? Why would you not go to the team with your best finals, your best chances at winning the finals?
You can do that, but the outlook of it's gonna be like
you're gonna be like, that's whack.
If you're a sellout, we just lost him in the playoffs.
Thunder was better than the Warriors in that series.
100%. The Thunder were better. And Andre Iguodala said it himself.
That's crazy, and they still lost.
Check his interview on
they were better.
They blew it. They blew it.
So Derek, this will really cap what I'm saying. So you're saying the move that KD made was, what are you saying comparing it to the LeBron move? Because from an athlete
situation, LeBron's situation was a free agent move, and so was KD's.
Yeah, it's way different.
That's what they wanted. But I'm saying
all three situations
LeBron went to a team teamed up with a player and another player that was already there.
Right.
LeBron didn't go to the Celtics, who were beating his ass. That's the difference.
And we lost
that's the difference between LeBron and KD.
If LeBron went to the Celtics, he'd have been in the same boat as KD, but he didn't.
Facts.
That's facts.
He went to a team that lost in the first round.
I only disagree.
If he went to the Lakers earlier.
Facts. Him and Kobe together.
That's my whole point. You're only saying that because the Warriors just went 73-9 and just had a ring before KD.
And they also were the team that.
We're saying that because he had Steph, Clay, Draymond.
See, you can't be saying that because do you want to know who the Heat had? Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in their prime.
No, they didn't.
They didn't have Bosh. They didn't have Bosh.
What are you talking about? LeBron came in with Bosh. LeBron first year in Miami was the first.
Yes, they came in
It's
together.
a different situation.
LeBron knew Chris Bosh was going to sign
Golden
with
State was
Heat.
winning without
That's
KD.
what I'm saying.
Free agent. They both had free will to choose where they were going.
That's like KD had free will to choose.
Oh,
He
the
had
team
free
was
will
already
to
together.
He chose the easy way out. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Wait, he did what? The easy way
The
out?
easy way out. He chose the easy way out.
He had free will to choose. He was a free agent.
As a man, I have no problem with KD. He made the decision best for his life. But NBA
As in a competitive standpoint,
in terms of balance,
it
that
was
was
whack.
an instant ring. Everybody knew the Warriors win the ring.
If he would have went to the Rockets with James Harden, nobody would have said nothing.
See?
Nothing.
It's like
Nothing would have been said.
you want to see him struggle to get a ring.
That's why we go to the park.
He could have went to the Rockets and got the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you want to see him struggle to get a ring. It was too easy when he was with the Warriors.
No, but it's the fact that of who they were.
That's why KD left Golden State. He knew them rings did not validate him as a
So,
player in basketball.
like this.
Exactly.
So like this.
That's
So
why
who's the best player? So like this. If Joey
I think he
Bosa was
left Golden State with the Draymond.
so like this.
okay. I think that was the
That ain't why he
in
left.
the cake.
but that wasn't a real.
All right, but listen though. All right.
Like Steph was getting. That was Steph.
Oh no, yeah. That's why he wasn't
Who's
getting
in the AFC
he wasn't getting the love like that.
Who was in the AFC Championship, bro?
Last year. This year.
Yeah. Just fast. The who?
Titans, Chiefs, and Patriots.
It was Titans. Oh, okay. Titans and Chiefs, right?
Okay.
Derrick Henry was supposed to be a free agent, but they tagged him, right?
Yeah.
They lost. Derrick Henry said, "I'm going to the Chiefs."
Well, football not the same.
No,
Football's not the same.
that's just bad though.
That don't fit their system.
Yo, I'm saying if he did something like that, that's on the same level.
Yeah,
It's not,
yeah, but not
because people Garrett Cole upped and went to a super team in baseball. It's not.
Is it a team that
Yep,
beat him?
Garrett Cole went to the op.
Before?
Good. Hey, no,
Is
that's
it
a good
team that beat him
comparison
in
right
the-
there, Trey.
Is it a team that beat
Trey,
him in
that's
the
a great
National
comparison.
American League Championship before? The year
Trey,
before?
that's a great comparison
what
right
there?
there.
Is it a team that beat him in the National American League Championship before?
He was on the team that beat them. It's like he went as charity. The Astros beat the Yankees.
Hey, cut. The thing is, so imagine if
Imagine if
KD
Steph
and
went
them.
to OKC.
No. Here it is. Imagine if instead of the Warriors coming back and beating the OKC, imagine if OKC beat the Warriors,
And
went to
KD
the World
went to
Series,
Golden State.
went to the World Series, but went to the championship and they lost, and then the next year, KD decided to still go. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
That's
It's
what Garrett
still
Cole
whack,
did.
but it's still.
But that's what I'm saying.
But,
See,
but
that's why
he went to his number one rival. That's what Garrett Cole did.
and they're not just number one rivals. See, you can't do the different sports because like the roster for the Yankees would be equivalent to the 73-9 like that. They're like a super team.
Yes, we are. We are.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I respect or don't respect the KD move. Of course, it was like, damn. I was just thinking about Russ. Like, that's savage. Like, I thought that was your blood brother.
Russ, that was another whack part of him.
Yeah, I was like, I really thought that was your blood brother. And that's what you gonna do? Like, that's where he lost points with me. But I'm saying it's just like, what? That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
I mean, I would take it too.
That's what I'm saying.
But the how everybody else gonna look at you is gonna be like, oh, you had the easy way out. You didn't like.
And then I'm telling you, that's why I keep bringing up the LeBron. Like, it's like okay, I did it through the Players Tribune. This joker from Akron, Ohio, went to the most lucrative city in America, the richest city in America, at the Boys and Girls Club, and had a special. And y'all gonna call me a really? Like, really? He had a
Celtics.
Derek, you're not
He
understanding
donated that money. He got all them views and gave all the money away. He made all that money and gave it away.
Yeah, what went into his, Steph, what are you talking about the money? What?
LeBron with that special got a lot of money. He gave it all to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, he gave it all to the Boys and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut. You know what Greenwich? What?
That's ain't that the headquarters? He gave it to the whole company.
I just know he did the special in Greenwich, Connecticut, the richest town. That's the richest town in America.
In Bristol, I believe.
But that's, bro.
Bristol, that's where ESPN is.
Yeah, that's where ESPN is.
I just know Greenwich, Connecticut is the richest town in America. So I was just like, well, damn, LeBron.
Let's close out this Jordan 40 points per game.
Nonetheless, I don't have no problem with Jordan. I do think he's top 3 all time. It's just that.
I mean, I don't think you can put 3 people over Jordan. So that's why, just like with
and if people make it seem like being number 2 or number 3 is a bad thing, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing. We just don't.
Basketball been going on since what? 1930.
But people probably argue Wilt. People probably argue Elgin, and people probably argue Kareem.
No, they're not.
Hey man, in all honesty.
We'll argue that though.
In all honesty, bro.
We'll argue Larry Bird. We know he ain't top 3.
Old heads love Magic, Jordan. They'll throw in an Oscar did triple doubles now. Don't forget him.
Wilt will always be in. And I was about to say
debate.
I mean, I don't believe none of that shit.
I saw a quote from Isaiah Thomas, the one from the Pistons. It was something he said about Jordan. If I was in your era, something.
No, that was what Wilt told him.
Wilt told Jordan they had to change the rules.
They changed the rules for me.
Yeah.
The rules were changed so you could shine. Like, don't forget that. He was like, they had to change.
Yeah, because when he was in college, they stopped people from dunking.
I need video footage of that nigga dropping 100.
I like too many. It's like it's just like one of those things. Like, you don't need video footage to know that.
I seen the picture.
Was a thought. Like, so many people said she was a thought. It's
bro,
like, she might be.
Bro, I saw the picture of him holding up to 100.
Granddaddy said this man dropped 100. like everybody and their granddaddy said this man.
They didn't see.
He dropped 100 and then he
Crazy
slept
thing.
with 100 women,
It was
bro.
on the
What's
radio.
the GOAT?
100, but they said that book said thousands.
GOAT. GOAT. Period.
All right.
GOAT.